What's going on? And welcome to Black King's Free Game. I got my mic down a little bit. Look, let me tell y'all something. A person that has dedicated themselves to Liberty County and its children. Also helping adults sift through their daily lives as they work for her. And she is running the game. Miss Petula go million over the area Casas. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate everything that you're doing in the community. And how was your week so far? I know we're just beginning it, but how's the week been so far?
Actually, it's been very busy.
Oh, okay. you have a lot of things on your plate per se, or?
Yeah.
Just a lot of movement.
A lot of movement, a lot of things that we are taking care of on the administrative side. But yeah.
Okay.
Things, yeah.
Well, I do remember one thing. In case y'all don't know, the area Casa is, well, I'll let her explain that. But I remember when I was a realtor, it was realty executives, right? And every year they used to have these toys that we used to collect, and we'd go to Walmart, places like that, and drop those toys off at Casa. And they used to fill up this room, y'all. They had a room in the back, and she had filled up that room and then some extra ones. Mm-hmm. So when it comes down to your community, you're really putting it out there, and we really appreciate it, Queen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So could you tell everybody about Casa and what Casa is about?
Okay. Well, Atlantic Area Casa. CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. And what we do is train individuals in our communities to advocate for children in foster care. So you are their advocate when there are juvenile proceedings. You go before the judge, you share your recommendations and assessments to the judge in order for them to be able to have a more insightful view of what's going on in the life of that child while in foster care.
So y'all are helping protect the children as far as when it comes to them, even fitting in with the families. Y'all just monitor it and make sure everybody's...
Yeah, because you don't want the child to come out of a situation and then be offended again, or to be abused again, or neglected again. So you want to make sure that the kids are being protected of.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm distracting her, guys. I'm sitting here trying to tell our engineer that we need to turn the fan, and now he's getting up to do it. But anyway, sorry about that.
Good back then.
I know it did, but all right, just a little. Just turn it back this way, just a little bit. Just a little. There we go. Can you feel it? Can you still feel it, Ms. Gominion?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Yeah, y'all. We hot back up in here. Just to let y'all know, it ain't no free pick. We not in a big air conditioned building right now. It's 110 degrees out there.
I know.
I don't know how people are gonna make it. But as far as the community, have you guys been seeing a positive response from the community of Liberty County for CASA in the program?
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without the community. And so Liberty County, we serve more than just Liberty County, so I just want to break that down too.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we serve the entire Atlantic Judicial Circuit, which is Liberty, Long, Bryan, McIntosh, Tatnall, and Evans counties. So we have 6 counties that we spread ourselves out on. Right?
Okay.
Liberty County is the hub. It's the original portion of the origination of the program. So it's our main location. So that's why we are housed here in Liberty County. But we do serve all of the 5 other counties that I mentioned.
So you mean tell me I'm over here downplaying you? I'm sorry, y'all. I thought she was just taking. So she's got Liberty, Long,
Bryan, McIntosh, Tatnall, and Evans.
Wow, and y'all chose to come to Liberty County to make it a base hub, huh?
Well, it wasn't me. It was the brainchild of Miss Sally W. Richardson and Judge Brinson. So they are the originators of.
Wait a minute,
pasta.
Miss Sally Richardson that's
yes.
from Midway, Georgia?
Yes, the Sally W. Richardson.
Are you serious?
Yes. So she.
I know Miss Sally Richardson was one of the people that was around me, y'all, with like family. She went to Midway Congregational Church. Her sister. Oh my goodness. Wow, I'm gonna be ashamed. Ms. Robinson, don't you get on to me. But yeah, these people were very instrumental in Liberty County.
Yes.
It's amazing to know that I grew up knowing these folks. These people used to just pick me up, and you take things for granted, man.
Yeah. Miss Sally was the she was a retired county director for Liberty County DFACS. She was the county director. She was the first black county director for Liberty County DFACS.
Okay.
And so she, when she retired, there was a need. Georgia CASA had been established, so there was a need to reach out to all the different areas in the state, in the county, to bring on different affiliates. And so, along with the sitting judge at the time, came up with CASA, to bring CASA here to Liberty County.
Miss Gillard was her sister.
Yes, Miss Gillard was her sister.
Miss Lillian Gillard.
Yeah, and so, and then Miss Irene took it after that. Miss Irene was the first executive director for Atlantic Area CASA when it spread it out to Bryan to start bringing it in Long, and then it brought in Bryan. And then all of a sudden it just became all of the Atlantic Judicial Circuit. And then I became the second director. So I'm the second executive director for the organization. So
we're going to have to bring you on again.
Okay.
Because, I wanted to get representation of CASA on here, but it's on me, guys. Today she should have been getting her flowers. And she should have been getting her crown. So one thing about a man, and you kings out there, understand this. Hey, when you find out you did something out of play, you can go ahead and correct it on the spot. Because there's no embarrassment in understanding that you didn't understand. Your position was held by great people in this community and is currently held by a great person in this community.
Yeah.
The weight of this is a lot. I'm serious. And it's just because I'm connected to the community, guys. Some of these people did some very instrumental things in the forming of Liberty County and why some people get attention that they're getting. They're paying attention to certain situations that need to be paid attention to. So thank you so much, Ms. Goldman. And forgive me for not knowing the gravity of it.
That's okay.
Seriously.
That's why these opportunities like this is important, so that people can know the backdrop, the history. We think that we just, some people just think just CASA. But they don't know how deep CASA goes.
Yes.
And how far we reach.
And with that, even though, we should have been doing it anyway, we gonna have to throw some more support out there to CASA, y'all.
Yes.
Straight like that. Like, for real.
For real.
They have a dance. Look, it's called the Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Now, I actually won.
Yeah.
Nina Dean, I hope you watch this episode, because today we're going to bring it out there. We're going to bring it out on you, Nina. I hope she gets on here and says something. But we did the area CASA dance, and yes, we had to raise funds and everything. And Nina, I just want to let you know, 20 of my dollars did get counted. I'm letting you know that. And I didn't even make a big fuss about it. I knew, but I ain't made no fuss about it. But it was about the kids. That's what I said to myself for all these years. Look. So we had to do a dancing competition, and it was just the fact of, I got shows for that.
Yeah.
And I was at the beginning of my career, and everything's hot, and I'm out there dancing. Never thought that would happen in my life.
Look at that.
Don Baker was there.
Yeah.
And that forged the relationship, because I've had Don on the program. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you do know. You do know. Yes, right. You did the video for it. Yes. So, man, that's great. That is great. But Nina, just understand, you You know what? We should do it. Go back. I'm just gonna have that program and just put it out. It's not even about just CASA. We gonna donate the money to CASA anyway. We just gonna have a dance off. I think that'll work.
We ready for you. We ready for it.
What inspired you guys to do the Dancing with the Stars?
Well, when I came on as the executive director, as part of the as the ED CEO of the organization, you are tasked to where is your ability to bring in funding. And so that's the only way you can really grow a program. Miss Irene had been with the organization since its starting in 1999.
Yes.
And I came in on 2013, January 2013. So obviously she's done over 20 some years of that service. But she knew that it was time to move it to the next level. So as part of being the ED executive director, you had to be creative.
Yes, I believe that.
And being and having a close network, the CASA network in the state of Georgia is phenomenal. We have some great men and women that lead other CASA programs in the state. And a good friend of mine, she was the director over in Savannah, and Savannah had their Dancing with the Stars first.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, so they had been doing.
We still taking credit. Go ahead.
No, I gotta give credit.
I'm messing with them.
So I'm like, look, it was a phenomenon. That everybody was watching Dancing with the Stars on TV.
Yes.
I mean, everybody, millions and millions of people was watching that show. So I'm like, you know what? We could do that right here in Liberty County, because at that time it wasn't really a lot of stuff going on.
No, it really wasn't.
It was not a lot going on, and so we selected that first weekend in the month of March, right on the tail end of being almost spring.
Yeah.
So as a fresh start of the year, So we did it, and so it spiraled, it grew. We are at the 9th year. This last year would have been absolutely our 9th year of doing it, but we took a step back to kind of revamp ourselves so that we'll be back in 2025.
2025.
Yes.
Ooh, if y'all knew what type of preparation it took to get ready for those events. And what she did was she paired you up with a professional dancer. And you had to come up with a routine. And my creative ADHD mind, I'm out here trying to step. I got a poem and poetry. I'm out there, if God told you, I'm doing the thing, right? And here come the other dancers. I mean, everybody really put in. They really put in a lot of effort. Yeah. And the folks that showed up, they had signs in the crowd. Yeah. And Dawn Baker, she was a host. Yeah, she was the MC. Y'all, it was a very good time, and it was for a very good cause. Yeah. And it took a lot of effort to put that together.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort. It takes months, not just on the participants,
yes,
but the staff. We're a small staff.
I was going to say something about your staff is awesome.
We are very small staff. People don't realize how small we are.
Yes.
But we are a staff of 4. And when we first started, we was a staff of 3. When we first started doing that. And so, of course, we at 4 now. We've been at 4 for the longest now. But the thing is, we are about the community, and of course that was a way for us to garner more money, because when you are out here applying for grants, if you're a nonprofit and you want to apply for grants, the grantor want to know, what can you do?
Yeah.
What can you bring to the table? Our funds was very low at that time, because we were just getting, really, even though it has grown over the years, but it needed to make that next step. It needed to get over that hurdle. And fundraising, bringing in dollars was that hurdle. So that was one of the reasons, attractive piece for them to bring me on board, because I had the experience in bringing in some, the dollars through grant writing and things like that.
Now, one of the people that I know work hard that's going to get mad at me because I can't say her name. I don't know why it's not coming to me, but I don't know if that's your right hand lady lady or not. Tall, a little bit darker than me.
Oh, that's Tasha.
Tasha.
That's Tasha. She is my
Yes.
social media coordinator.
Look, man, Tasha cool, y'all. Tasha be out there working.
Yes, she do.
I mean, she be like, "Oh, I forgot to call you." Now, this is back when, I was under CASA thing. But look, she was on top of everything. She made sure if she would make a call right behind you to make sure that I found out the information. I see her everywhere with the CASA events right along with you. So I know it takes an amazing team to make an amazing thing work.
Oh yeah, I have the best team. I have Tasha, who I said is my social media coordinator. I have Jamila Jackson, who is my advocacy coordinator supervisor, and now we have Lisa on board, and Lisa been with me almost 2 years now, and she is the coordinator that covers McIntosh area.
Oh, okay.
But she's housed here in Hinesville.
And the McIntosh area that you're speaking of is near Darien?
Oh, that's all of Darien.
All of Darien?
Everything McIntosh, Townsend, and Darien, we cover.
Wow. So I want to get a little bit deeper into what, CASA is. Now, in my mind, I know you explained it earlier, but CASA helps protect foster children, correct?
We help us make sure that they are being protected. So yes, in a sense, we are a protection piece as part of the court. So we are an additional set of eyes that the judge has in that home.
Okay.
And, because of course DFACS, they are in the department, the custody of the Department of Family and Children's Services. So, of course, they have their case managers that are assigned to that case.
Yes.
But we are in an addition to that. So we are a non-partisan entity.
Okay.
So we don't work for anybody. We don't work for the courts. We don't work for DFACS. We are a standalone nonprofit organization that we are appointed by the judge to be in the house of those children.
So you do regular checkups?
Yes,
and
we go into the home to make sure that home is suitable for that child while they are temporarily in foster care.
Oh, wow.
Because like I said, you don't want a child to be removed from one situation
to go to a worse one.
To go to a worse one. So our CASA advocates are in that home, getting their eyes, talking to the children, interviewing the foster parent, interviewing the child. If they're younger, they make assess the child. They not only doing that, they talk to teachers, they talk to daycare centers, they talk to doctors, they talk to therapists. They even talk to the biological parents, because ultimately the number one goal is to try to reunify that child with their birth parent. But if that's impossible, then that CASA advocate would then advocate for other avenues, family members, guardianship, and then, of course, unfortunately, adoption.
Yes. So, with you working with so many children, have you ever found yourself getting attached?
Well, I have to tell you this. Prior to coming to CASA, I worked for Department of Family and Children's Services.
Okay.
And so I had 12 years or so of dealing with this population. So yes, in the beginning, your heart is really tugged, right? But you have to be rational to know that you can't take them home with you, right?
Yeah.
So, yes, there are stories even now that when you hear about what caused the child to come into care, it breaks your heart. But you also learn to know that you got to be more rational in the thinking process. Okay, you can't just be angry, and it won't work for the child. You can't advocate through the child through emotional issues of your own. You got to be clear-minded when you're working for and advocating for that child.
Wow. I don't know how I'd be. I'd probably be a mess. I know. Look, I'll be a mess, man, as a man. Because if I'm attached, then I want to see it all the way. I want to see to succeed, or any time that I could be there.
Well, that's the unique thing about a CASA, is because you stay on that case until it's resolved.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of us. That's what makes us different from our defects counterparts.
I got you.
Because a case manager can quit.
You're right.
And a child can end up having, in the life of a child, the average child stays in foster care 15 months to 2 years.
And that's before they're adopted, or
before they can get back home, before they're either given with a parent, returned back to their parents, or given to a relative, or even adoption is even longer. Because you have to do all the legal, the legal side of that.
Yes.
But a CASA volunteer is the constant, besides the foster parent, because the foster parents can change too.
Yeah. But
the CASA volunteer is that one constant party in that child's case. Because when you become a CASA volunteer, you agree to give us at a minimum 1 year. So you ain't no volunteering for 2 months and I'm stopping.
Yes.
You sign a contract and said that you are giving us 1 year, at least 1 year, or to the closure of your case. So your case can go 15 months, 18 months, 24 months. So that makes us unique. And that's why the judge has, both judges kind of hold us at a different level of respect, standards, because of the fact that we are in there for the long haul, in a sense.
And you've seen, while the child's case managers may change, the parents may change, you're that one constant in that child's life at that moment.
Yeah.
I know that's made a difference in a lot of cases. Have you ever seen a time where a child might be under foster care and the parents, they're good people and it was more of maybe a money situation? Has there ever been a time where you were like, dang, I just want to give them back to them, but I know this is what is better for the child?
Absolutely. Absolutely, because a lot of time, what's sad is that poverty is not a crime.
I know.
However, if your child's basic needs aren't being met, then the state has to step in. Somebody has to step in. If you can't have a family member to step in for you, then the state has to step in to make sure the basic needs of that child is being met. And it's unfortunate that parents are in a situation where they can't keep the lights on or they can't pay the rent. But, the thing is, that's what the state is supposed to be there for, to be able to step in to provide that. And, of course, they work with them. But the thing is, you can't just put a Band-Aid on the situation. So you got to find out what's the root to that parent not being able to maintain the lights.
Yes.
Maintain a job. So then that's when you get into the deeper root to find out, is it substance abuse or is it mental health issues?
Yeah.
Because it's really not poor management, financial management. It's really truly rooted through something else, which is substance abuse, mental health, or they could be being physically abused themselves, domestic violence. Yeah.
Man, all these key factors, and I know that most people don't think about this because we're living our daily lives trying to handle our own business. But for you to live your daily life and also take on some of these, I know that it's got to be stressful sometimes, and you're concerned about the child and sometimes about the family. How many volunteers do you have right now that's working with CASA that go with the kids? Right
now we have 22 volunteers, and we need more.
Yeah.
We need a heck of a lot of more.
Yes.
Because we're not serving 100% of those children. We want to be able to serve every child that comes into foster care in those 6 counties. Okay?
I got you. Well,
and I'm glad I'm on here with the Black Kings because we need men.
Okay.
We need men. And no, you're not, because a lot of times men think, I got a mentor. We don't, CASAs are not mentors, and I put up quotation marks for that, because we are advocates. But in your process of being an advocate, guess what? You become a mentor. you become that person that child may rely on to call when they can't talk to the foster parent. They don't want to tell the defects case manager. They may not even want to tell their parent how they feel it.
Yeah.
But they may connect so much to you that you'll be the one that they want to call.
So let's go ahead and start this part of the debate.
All right.
With the situations that's going on, especially with some of these kids, I would love to be an advocate. Mm-hmm. The thing is, if that child tells me something that I don't like, if that child's saying, hey, this is what's happening, I'm more likely to go hurt somebody. I'm more likely to say, no, I don't need you to call them. I need to take my time with this person and make them feel the way they made this child feel at 10 times worse. So I get that, and I think we should have more men. I'm just kidding, of course.
I know, of course.
But I think we should have some more men. So if anybody right now that's watching, there are standards. Listen
Yes,
here.
there are standards.
You've got to pass a whole bunch of things.
Yes.
And have the record in order to be able to do this.
Yes.
But we can at least try, gentlemen. We can try.
Yeah.
And I know what some men are thinking, like, man, I got my own problem. Now you want me to have more emotional things on my mind. Hey, bro, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. Some people need us, and if you can handle that load, let's get it.
Yeah, because like I said, we always have very few men, and when it comes to social work and things dealing with issues like this, you see it heavily populated by women. But we got young boys coming into foster care. We got little boys coming in foster care. We got these teenage boys that is trying to figure out life. You know how it is when you got a teenager?
Yes.
So imagine under normal circumstances how a teenager may be feeling. But imagine if they are not even at home. They're at somebody else's house with somebody else's rules. They're not able to really articulate their feelings appropriately. So, of course, they need someone that may be able to touch them in a way that they can connect, and I say touch, I mean a connection.
Yeah, I know what you mean. She ain't talking about Diddy. No Diddy.
So definitely that. Definitely not that. But yeah, some type of connection, because you might see yourself in that child. And that could be any, you may be able to spark an interest in a child that, just before you know, the light bulb is on.
Going on, yeah. And it's amazing when you do see that light bulb cut on with some kids, because nowadays, they don't like their light bulb being cut on. They're so distant, they're like, whatever. And then you'll see it, you'll be like, oh, I'm getting through. It's a lot different nowadays. And with this situation, do you see that family structure is needed to prevent a lot of this foster situations?
I mean, it helps, right? It helps if you have, I would say, a traditional home life. However, as I said, there are always underlying issues. There could be two parents in a home, but both of them could be on drugs.
Drugs, yes.
There could be two parents in the home, but one could be molesting the child. There could be two parents in the home, but one of them is schizophrenic. And the other one is just trying to make do and just neglect some things. So, so it just depends on the people, really. Yes, it's nice to have both parents involved, even if they're not in the home together, but really co-parent well.
Yes.
Because the benefit of that is the reach of the family members. Because if something, when the water gets a little hot, things get a little hot at the house, and things like that, you used to be able to call. I can go to my grandma's house down the street, right?
Right.
Give mom and dad some time to chill out for a minute. But a lot of that is not happening because some of the grandparents ain't as old as the grandparents were back then.
Yeah, they're not moving like they used to.
So the things are a lot different now.
Yeah, but like you said, yeah, we know that generations, everybody's going to be doing things differently. But I remember big mamas and aunties that were there. They'll cuss you out and at the same time tell you, sit down at this table and eat this food. I'm getting tired. It was like, yeah, they would. You would have to hear their mouth, but the whole time you're hearing their mouth, that's them letting you know, okay, let me get this out. I'm gonna help you now, but I got to talk junk to you because you can't keep doing this, right? And nowadays we don't have them big mouths. They don't have that fortitude anymore because they're up in age, and now they got to take care of themselves. And the ones that they took care of might not be taking care of them like Big Ma and them took care of you.
No.
So that unity needs to come back. It needs to come back because we need to help lessen CASA's load.
Yeah.
And if we get on track with us being connected in the community, we can do that. Yes, sometimes there's some lost cases. We can't sit here and act
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. There are some children that, unfortunately, well, I'm not going to say children. I'm going to say the parents. There are some parents that just so far gone that a child cannot be reunified with them.
Yes.
They have to be adopted. And these children some of these kids come with a lot of mental health issues. Physical issues, meaning if the parent was a drug user, internal things that is wrong. They have disabilities now. So there are a lot of things that the children need, and we need people to advocate for that, to make sure they get the resources to support their growth while they're in foster care.
Yeah. And you guys know that support takes action.
Yes.
And a lot of us are good at talking about it and everything that we should be doing. But when it comes to that action and execution of doing it, we always come up with that excuse.
Yeah.
Well, somebody else will do it, because God knows that I got a lot on my plate right now.
Yeah.
We'll come up with those excuses, and at the same time, if something bad happens in our community, maybe we were one of the ones that could have prevented that. Yeah. We might have reached that child and said, hey, look, you don't need to do this. I'm here. Because a lot of people are out here and they don't have that connection. Like you said, both parents might have a situation, and that kid might be witnessing this every day.
Every day.
And there's nobody there that makes logical sense to them. They might just be looking for somebody that makes sense. Please make this make sense. Yeah. Or am I the crazy one?
Yeah.
So, guys, we need to donate our time. Is there any special particular thing within your program or an easier way for people to help in CASA, even if they didn't want to become,
I can look. If you cannot volunteer your time, and if this ministry, I'm going to use the word ministry.
Okay.
If the ministry of advocating is not yours because of your own personal things that you're dealing with, time, other commitments, those things, we need to increase our donors.
Okay.
Our donor base. That's the number one. That's besides not having enough advocates. That's my number 2 Achilles heels.
Okay.
Okay. Is not having individual donors on a consistent basis. So when we have Dancing with the Stars, people donate that one time. And the money from federal government, as you all know, we got a lot of stuff going on in the federal government right now. It has been for quite some time.
Yes.
Especially since COVID, that we aren't getting the funding like we used to get. So we are being asked constantly when I go before these individual asking them for grant money. They're asking me, how are you diversifying your funding? And diversifying my funding meaning, am I getting money from the community? Are you getting money from the government, the local government? Are you getting money from a foundation, corporations? As you know, there are, if you are out there and you work for these big corporations here in Liberty County, Target, with Tire Rack, the paper mill. What's the other one out there? Kimtall. And you can touch the main person that deals with it, that's over that building, that whole organization. If you could touch them and let them know that there is a need for corporate donors for CASA, that would be one of the biggest helps for us.
So let me tell you, let me ask you something. Do some of those companies, do they donate now or no? What?
No. As long as I've been there 11 years. The individuals that work at the company will donate. But that's even dried up. We used to get donations from individuals that work at Target.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with that. It's been difficult to try to reach someone to find out what's happening with that. But, the economy is causing people individually to kind of say, okay, I got to hold back a little bit before I give, right? And we get that. Because we are feeling it as employees, we
Yes.
We got to go grocery shopping too. You know what I mean?
2 bags is $60.
Yeah, exactly. So we feel that pinch too. But the corporations have money.
Yes.
And to me, Liberty County, I would love if when individual companies want to build over there at the Eastwood area, East Plant, whatever it's called out there, or they want to come here to Hinesville, city of Hinesville, Flemington, wherever they may build their business, that not just CASA, but any of our nonprofits should be one of the people they bless, even if it's every year they bless a new one.
Yeah, that would they could alternate on who they bless throughout the companies. Like, hey, you take this, I'll get this one next year.
Right. So, Walmart, of course, bless us when it comes to
the toys.
The toys, right? So we get a blessing from them, and then we get the blessing from the community. But that's as far as we get in reference to corporate donations.
Wow. I'm not going to lie, that's kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, because if we can get that, because we have our strategic planning, we have a strategic plan. And one of those plans is to bring a visitation center to Liberty County.
Oh, for the parents to meet.
For the parents to meet, because you got to have you want kids to be able to reconnect with family. You got child support enforcement that need to have visitations. You got Superior Court that want to work with visitations. Guess what they having to go? Over to Savannah.
Oh, wow.
Or they going at the McDonald's to meet, and guess what? No place has no playgrounds no more like they used to, right? So we want to have that as part of that is our next step.
And they already don't have enough money to travel like that.
Exactly. So we want to be able to open the doors, open up a facility that will have CASA and the visitation center under one umbrella, so that we can do the monitoring of the visitation, because we do that. That's part of your CASA work as well, to monitor visitations if the judge wants you to. So we want to be able to do that. We can't reach our next level of our strategic plan if we don't have the donors. So that's why I talked about when we kind of off the record and I was mentioning somebody's name.
Yeah.
And I was like, we need that. I need that for my CASA program to be one of the top programs in the state of Georgia.
It kind of messes with my soul because if we got all of these larger companies and no shots against you guys, but I know y'all donate in some areas, but we're gonna have to we gotta switch that around.
We need to see it locally. We need to feel it locally.
Yes. And when you got people that's helping the local children, the children that we know for a fact need some help, right? We need to be more aware. We need to be aware of what's going on. So to all these big companies, let me tell you something. If we set a goal, I would like to see you guys help out with that goal. So, Miss Gomillion, I want to do this challenge. If you would get me you know how they used to do it back in the day, fill up the thermometer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you get a thermometer, I want to see how much we can raise, even here with the people that watch the program.
And and I would just don't mean to cut you off, but even if because we are a 501c3, so we are able to give you the documentation you need to write off, right? However, if you say, okay, I want to give, but I want to give through United Way, guess what? You need to earmark that money for this CASA program.
I got you.
Atlantic Area CASA. If you're more comfortable and more aware of United Way, because we are an affiliate of United Way.
I was going to ask. So
we are one of the grantors of United Way. So if you want to say, I give every month to United Way, because because they do matter of fact, the campaign is about to kick off very soon, right? Guess what you can do? You can say, if you donate a certain amount of money, you can designate where that money goes.
Okay.
Now, if it's $20 one time, no, that you cannot designate where that goes. But if it's $100 or more, you could designate where that money go, and you could say you want it to go to Atlantic Area CASA.
When you donate
Atlantic, like the ocean, not
Look,
Atlanta.
She said Atlantic.
Atlantic.
Yes. All right. Atlantic area CASA. All right. Atlantic Area CASA. Right here in Liberty County.
Right here in Liberty County.
Y'all make sure that the donations. Do you have like a Cash App thing to people can scan?
We got Cash App. We got what do you call it? PayPal. We have a donor site that you can donate to. Visit our website. Give us a call. But our Cash App is Atlantic CASA. Atlantic CASA.
If somebody in the chat would type that in, Atlantic CASA.
Yep.
If you type that in so we can have that information, and also we're about to get the website.
Yes.
I want to give shouts out to James Brooks, Robert Chef Small, Kanitha Stevens, and Prez is on here. President Jeremy Cunningham. How are you doing today, sir? That's my guy.
Hey.
President of the 11 Black Men.
Okay.
Yes.
We had conversations with him before about some sponsorships, so we hoping that we get them to come around.
What you said? Atlantic CASA is the Cash App? Or?
Yes, Atlantic. Yes.
If you would put the $ in front of that,
yes,
and tell them that's where they can donate for CASA. And here comes the website, guys.
Website is www.atlantic CASA CASA.org. AtlanticCASA.org. And I say that because people, for some reason, instantly when I say Atlantic, their brain register Atlanta. So, and that's why I say Atlantic, like the ocean. So, of course, this is the Atlantic. Why do we have this name? That's a great question. I've asked that question myself. I even thought about changing the name because of the similarity of it.
Yes.
But this is the Atlantic Judicial Circuit. So, hence the name Atlantic.
I got you. Even though it might make it a little bit more complicated because definitely I know if there's an Atlantic CASA, they'd be like, oh, the Cash App going off. No, that's supposed to be Atlantic. Hey, let me get my money back, man.
Yes, Atlantic.
So guys, whenever you see, especially positive programs and positive people, and Miss Gomillion be everywhere. And she be fly, y'all. I'm talking about, look, she be dressed to impress. You hear me?
That's just my swag.
Look, I know it's swag. Look, and yes, she is I think she's 6 foot even. So when you see her, you can't miss her. I just want to let y'all know, for real, she's 4'2", but
I am 5 feet tall. Thank you, sir.
Look how she's trying to add extra on there, y'all. Bless her. You 5 feet even?
I'm 5 feet even.
Like even.
Like even Steven.
All right, I'll let that go. I'll let that
not
go.
An inch over, not an inch under.
She mean that with all her heart.
That's
So
right. Say it with my chest. Say it with my chest.
look, with all the areas that you've been in, I've seen you at plenty of these, the chambers, the just any event that's going on. Are you getting a good response from those communities? Like, do you have people running up talking like, "Oh, I meant to drop you off this $300 check"?
I wish I had those going down like that.
Well,
You know,
maybe you should.
I mean, I would love for it too. You know, but you know, we do get individual walk up to us and say, you know what, I really want to be a volunteer, but I'm just trying to get some things out the way so I can, right?
Yes.
And I tell you this, and I didn't break it down to you. First of all, the training is online, so it's online training, so you can do it not really at your pace, but at your pace.
I got you.
Because it's instructed by my two coordinators. They host the training. It's 5.5 weeks. It's completely online. It is self-paced where you read your assignment, you answer the questions, you pass that section, but they will guide you along that 5.5 weeks, right? Then when you are sworn in as an officer of the court, a CASA advocate, you are required to see that child in their foster setting once a month, at the minimum, once a month.
Okay.
Guess whose schedule that once a month is? It's your schedule.
So it can be random. Do you have to give them like 24-hour notice, or you just pop up?
You would like to do that with the foster parent, because you got to remember you're going to somebody's house.
Yes.
Okay. And yes, sometimes you can do a random pop-up. If you got the time, you can do a random pop-up. But yeah, you want to, say to the foster parent, hey, I know I don't have to work this weekend. I would like to come in on Saturday at this time. Is that good for y'all? Right? And so you work it out, you know what I mean? And then you do your monthly contacts with the birth parents. That's by phone.
Okay.
You do your contact with the teachers through email, through phone. You know what I mean? So it's doable for you to have, to do.
I got you.
Because if you find time to do other things, you can find time to be a CASA advocate.
That's facts. That is facts. And y'all, you're not going to sit here and get no stipend. Well, they give me gas money? No, it's out of your heart.
Well, as long as the funding flows in, we do reimburse our volunteers that have to travel outside of Liberty County to see their kids.
Oh, okay.
Because some kids are not placed here just because they came into foster care here, and depending on their need. Because first of all, we need more foster homes in Liberty County. We used to have a lot, but that number is dwindling down. So there are children placed in other areas. They could be in Atlanta. They could be in Macon. They could be somewhere else. But yes, you're still required to go see that child in that foster setting. So yes, we do reimbursements for those that have to travel outside of Liberty County. Jeremy
Cunningham said, I will definitely donate.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yes, and he said, interesting. So now that Jeremy Cunningham this is unbelievable. Now that he said he's going to donate $5,000, this is the type of response that we need from the community. This is the type of response we need. And you're going to start it off, Jeremy. Go ahead and send that $5,000 right there to $Atlantic CASA. Atlantic CASA, Mr. Cunningham. We appreciate you.
Yes. You'll see the logo in the pop-up if you're in the right place. You know when you're in the right place, you'll see the logo.
Yes. And if you want to throw an extra donation on there, go to $1Negus, that's ONENEGUS, and donate another $2,000 to $3,000, Mr. Cunningham. We really appreciate it. He said $5,000 is light work.
Ooh. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read the rest after you say. I'm just gonna say the 5,000 is light work, and we know that, Mr. Cunningham. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Cunningham.
Yes, thank you. Let me go ahead and put my Cash App in here, Mr. Cunningham, so you can go ahead and bless the Black Kings today. Anybody that would like to, it takes gold to run anything.
Yeah.
Please donate. Please,
and Mr.
guys.
Cunningham, if you can get 2 to 3 more people to match you, that would be a blessing to a child.
Y'all hear that?
That would be a blessing to a CASA volunteer, because we don't charge you. You don't pay for anything when you become a CASA volunteer.
Okay.
That means you don't pay for the training, you don't pay for the background screening. We cover the cost for all of that.
Oh wow!
If we want to take you to the conferences, is like next week, we going to the Georgia CASA conference in Atlanta. We cover the cost of that.
Oh, okay. And food?
We give you reimbursement for your food.
What?
So donations like what Mr. Jeremy's talking about is why we need to have those individual donors. We need to have people pack out our fundraisers. We just started our new one, which is the Cars for CASA. We had Cars for CASA. It's a car show. So we are going to be bringing that back in March, the first weekend of March. We're going to have Cars for CASA. It's going to be at the Bryan Commons. So if you got those hot rods, those bikes, those motorcycles, you name it, hit us up, because we need more. We had over 60 cars. Our very first one, we had over 60 cars. And we have food vendors there. So if you own a food vendor truck, of course, we ask that you come and support us. But we need to make sure that our second Cars for CASA is a success.
Yes.
So they can prepare us for our big event, which is going to be in 2025.
Yeah. So that's going to be March of next year. Though.
March of
2025.
Yes, March of 2025. We will be having Cars for CASA. And it's going to be that first weekend in the month of March.
That's going to be awesome.
We had it this year. That was our first one.
Okay.
Yep. So it kind of rained a little. It was a misty out there, but we still had over 60 cars to come and participate.
That's what's up.
You get the trophies. We had CJ the DJ coming.
That's
DJ
my guy.
That's my guy. So, we had him there to, set it off for us. So we do things big. You should tell them, when we do things at CASA, we do things real big on the grand scale.
You do.
It's nothing half-stepping when it comes to what events that we do.
At all. And Mr. Cunningham also said Mr. Mosley would donate. Well, let me let you know something, Jeremy. I've already donated over $10,000 to CASA. Ooh, you need to catch up. You need to catch up, sir. You need to catch up. You got quiet. So, as far as those corporations, guys, if you know somebody that is connected to the corporation's part, like the human resources where they can give out and donate money, you don't have to ask Ms. Gomillion for permission. You can just do it. I'm pretty sure Atlantic area CASA has Google. They're on Google. All you gotta do is say, hey, this is the organization right here. This is who we can contact.
Oh yeah, and I don't have a problem coming and speaking with them directly. I do that in the community already. So if you are a person that know individuals at those levels, even local businesses, don't get me wrong, I don't want to forget our local business, our McDonald's, our Burger King, our, thanks to realty executives over the years, they have really supported us with our tour drive. I mean, not just the tour drive, but financially donating.
Yes.
So, individual realtors have really gave back to us.
Yes.
So I don't want no one to feel, even like the border realtors.
Yes, HABR.
Yes,
they
HABR has been a significant donor on a consistent basis. So I don't want to neglect that at all. But we need to expand that too.
Yes. So everyone, we gotta back something that's back in our community. period. And to have a beautiful queen like Miss Gomillion, Petula is what they call her, leading the way, her and her team is just fabulous. It's like the more and more I find out about my community, the more and more I see people actually doing action and actually getting things done. And we need to start recognizing our people. We can't just recognize the folks that we think are just on top and is in the spotlight all the time, because those things, those programs that are behind the scenes help whatever this top person is doing, that they're, because there's so much that one person can do. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So we got to start recognizing our big players that's playing the background. You know what I'm saying? So you are very much appreciated, Queen.
Well, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me on here.
Yes. Shouts out to Mr. Gomillion. Shouts out to you, sir. We don't want no problems. Mr. Gomillion is not 5 feet.
No, he's not. He's not.
Look, we're having a banquet on March 8th in 2025. That's 11 black men.
Okay.
So
we was a sponsor last year.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. So definitely during the day when y'all have the car show, 11 black men will probably show up sporadically, and while we get everything done, get ready for our banquet. But Miss Gomillion, I want to ask you this, because we're coming to that part where we're gonna talk to the kings and queens out there.
Talk to the kings and queens.
Yes.
I need to face the camera now.
Yeah, look, you can, but I like to, enlighten the people, give them some words of wisdom, some encouragement, and some free game.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave it to you to give them some free game right now, and speak to them, Queen.
Invest in yourself. Never stop investing in yourself. Never stop. Well, first of all, listen to your body. When your body tells you you need a break, take that break. You got to look at yourself in different components. You need to look at your physical self, your mental self, and your spiritual self. Invest in all three of those.
Wow.
Invest in that. Go get the word. So you go get the word on Sunday, or listen to a podcast. There's so many ways that you can enhance your spiritual self, so that you can fight off what you deal with during the weekday.
That's fact.
And then that way you can get refueled again on Sunday, or whatever day of the week that you want to consider that your spiritual day. I don't want to push nothing on anybody, but I know for me to do the work that you do, because you talked about how the emotional toll can take on you when you see the issues dealing with people, right? Well, you got to have a refuge from that. You got to be able to seek that. So your mental health is important, your spiritual growth is important, and your physical well-being is important. And then the last part of you is your financial well-being. Of course, I'm on here talking about money.
So, like I say, it takes gold to make it go.
But set those goals so that you can invest in yourself. Don't be afraid to start that business that you wanted. Me and my daughter in 2020, we stepped out there and started our own business. So, we were sitting at home. We didn't have, we was working from home, and take that moment. If something is whispering to you about an idea, take a chance on yourself, roll the dice on yourself. But always, as I say, the 4 things about you should always do: protect your physical self, protect your mental health, invest into your spiritual growth, and four, increase your coins.
Increase your coins. You heard it.
Increase your coins.
Thank you. Look, kings and queens, I hope you guys are listening, because when you invest in yourself, your wealth will follow. Trust me.
You see, the last name is Gomillion.
Gomillion. Yeah, I know, right? And yes, I appreciate that, President Cunningham. He said helping those behind the scenes is one of the realest things you heard me say. Yes, we got to help those behind the scenes because there would be no scene without them. You know, some people get, sometimes you get full or your ego gets big and you're like, yeah, I did this and I did that. Okay, you didn't do it by yourself.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I tell people all the time, I have a team.
Yes.
I don't even call them staff. I mean, sometimes I use the word interchangeable, but if I'm out in the community, it's my team.
Yes.
They the one that go to court every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and sometime Friday. They're the ones that get the phone calls from the volunteers, because they're the coordinators. So they get the phone calls from them. But I know I can't do it without my staff, my team members. And I know we can't do it without the volunteers. And we know we can't do it without the community members.
I know that's right.
So it's a roll down effect on how it helps us and support us.
Yes. And I want you guys to continue that help and that support. And I need more help and support, especially from our corporations and our people. Liberty County citizens, you guys are the volunteers of our community. It doesn't matter how little or how much you think, well, they don't want me. Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
You're important. You're important, and these kids that need help are important also.
And let me just say this too. No matter how big or small the donation is, but if it's done on a consistent basis, it becomes great. So if you say every month, I'm going to donate $10 to CASA, or even every 2 weeks, I'm going to donate $10 out of my account. Guess what? That is a consistent basis. So how much money we are getting out of that? That's $20 a month. And we got 12 months in a year. What are we getting? $200 and some dollars from you. That's better than nothing.
Yes. Yes, the compounding money helps because you got 1,000 people that give $10 on a monthly basis. That's 10 grand right there.
Yeah, right there.
See how easy that is, and we got a population of over 45,000.
Yeah.
So we're not even asking all the population to give $10. We got to go into a cause that is worth going into, and this is definitely one of those causes. You can go to AtlanticCasa.org to find out all the information you need to know.
Yes.
You can also just Google it, and if you want to stop by the offices or anything, I'm sure Ms. Gomillion has a way that she can service that so you can help donate or become a part of CASA.
Yes. So, if we are in August and Christmas will be around the corner.
Yes.
So, we do look at, we want to do things a little bit different this year. We would like for the community to pick a child to sponsor. Because instead of us collecting all the massive toys that we got, then we got to distribute them out. But we have a slew of children that even, not just in Hinesville, like I said, I got 6 counties now. We would like for you to consider adopting or supporting a foster child, during the holiday season so that they can get their wish list items, taken care of.
And let me let y'all know something. Don't think that behind the scenes doesn't matter, because that's what she's talking about now. You're behind the scenes and you see kids that need help. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I know some parents, but my child don't need no help. We good. That pride, I get it, right? But there's always a way of going about something, because I've done it plenty of times. If you got to fake it, be like, oh, you won this. I've done that so many times, man. I've been in the shoe store, and a parent will tell that child to put that back. That's when things were really good. But a parent will tell the child, put that back. I do want to get it, but we have to wait. Sometimes I'll just go up there and grab the shoe, or try to pay attention and be nosy to what shoe size it is, and just get the shoe, or tell the parent, hey, don't worry about it, because I told I'm supposed to be giving out shoes this year anyway. Trying to put it up there, I'll just start off with that. Like, it's so many ways to do it, folks. It's so many ways, and it's so many ways to help CASA. So remember, Kings and Queens, please help CASA.
Yeah, stop by, check us out.
Yes, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. You invest in yourself, you invest in your community, because the better you are, the better the people that are around you are. And we need to start recognizing the people that you think are behind the scenes, because once again, like I said, there will be no scene without behind the scenes, because nothing will get done. All right. So I'd like to thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Petula Gomillion.
Thank you.
For taking the time out for us to give you a round of applause.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Oh, I have to have you back because you got to get your flowers. We got to do it. We got to crown you queen. So
I got to be a queen amongst all the kings.
Yes.
All
yes.
right,
We have our queens too now. Yeah. So we want to thank you. We really do.
Appreciate it.
And to all the kings and queens out there, we'll see you next time. We appreciate you stopping by. We appreciate you listening. And take all the free game that was just given. It's about community. It's about investing in yourself. It's not about believing in everyone else also. I'm your boy King Conda, the people's champ. I'm here with Miss Petula Gomillion. And we're out.